Yo, what's up? It's Yo Remy. So I want to do a quick video that covers subscriptions and basically how you can use a tool to build subscriptions for your marketplace, like Studio Time has subscriptions, easily manage them, and then modify them as needed without any code. So we actually do this. I'll kind of walk you through on how we do this on Studio Time now, and then the tool we use, which is Chargebee. And so you can see this kind of Chargebee, this test or demo dashboard right here. And then I'll give you some kind of some insights on how you might be able to easily set this up and configure Chargebee for your marketplace. All right, so let's just get right into it. So here's the Studio Time subscription page. So as you'll notice on the URL, it's studiotime.io/subscription. Kind of going down right here, you can see we have two different plans on Studio Time. And so we require a subscription basically, if you're not aware, for studios to have a listing. So we either have basic or premium. And these are the two kind of boxes that identify those. And then we have these call to action buttons. Of course, this is kind of outlined in a different color because this is a little bit more revenue for us, so we want to call that out since it is this kind of premium plan. All right, so right above these three different kind of toggles are actually, it just as you see, it just changes the pricing. So this is based off the billing cycle. So monthly billing is going to be the most expensive at $29 a month. A semi-annual is a 20% discount. People love this kind of discount and saving more. Helps us with a more guaranteed revenue, so we don't have potential churn. So it's going to be $23 a month, and then the yearly billing is a 30% discount, and that's $20 a month. So we do have this subscription that we require. In the early days, we actually put this in place to kind of to help us vet the supply, since we had so many studios that signed up. And then, of course, this also allows us to bootstrap the marketplace, and we basically were able to kind of successfully do that without taking any kind of outside funding. So today we still have this just because primarily for a vetting mechanism for studios. And then also for studios, once they do pay, then they tend to take the marketplace more seriously and are a little bit higher quality supply for us. All right, so I can do a whole other video if you want to comment below on my thoughts as far as the pros and cons of having a subscription for a marketplace, because that's a whole nother conversation and a question that I get quite a bit. And I do have some kind of thoughts on that I'd like to share at some point. But this video, like I mentioned, is just going to talk about how you can use Chargebee to easily create subscriptions for your marketplace or SaaS product or online platform without using any code. All right, so we'll just kind of continue through the Studio Time demo. So right here, so we'll see that we're selecting the monthly billing, and then this is going to be the basic plan, right? So I'm a studio that has the intent to select this basic plan, sign up, and add my studio. So here's kind of where it is kind of like a creative workaround, and we start to use Chargebee. So when you click on Get Basic, you'll see that a new window actually opens. And if you look at the URL, it's actually studiotimeio.chargebee.com/pages. And then that has this kind of unique URL, which is actually a checkout page. So this kind of title right here, this is all kind of like what I edited and configured for this specific checkout page. And I'll kind of go through that on the Chargebee dashboard in a little bit. But you'll see the basic monthly, and then we have discount codes here, the basic information, the payment information, and a submit down here. So basically what this is this is a Chargebee hosted checkout page. So this allows us to basically collect a payment, customer information, and have them on an active subscription, and then also manage it. As you'll see right here, we have hint text. Because the next page is a confirmation and then a link that they get for a portal as a customer to log in and easily manage. It's like upgrade, downgrade, or cancel their subscription as they need. But this is all through like this Chargebee kind of URLs and hosted pages that are branded as Studio Time. So basically why we do this is because we don't have to integrate this within Studio Time or the backend at all. It's basically its own kind of standalone kind of I would say, way to actually manage subscriptions that is easily customizable through Chargebee and doesn't require any code or any kind of technical resources or dependency on our end. All right, so that's the kind of user flow, as you'll see right here. And if you can just see from these toggles, for instance, if you select on premium plan, this is billed annually. So we'll just click on this just so you can see really quickly. So that's going to be that checkout page. It is fairly costly for a studio. That kind of charge that they would get every year. So you can see $1,679. So that's the subscription and how studios would actually select it on Studio Time. All right, so we'll go back to the dashboard over here. So I'll put the link down below as far as Chargebee, and this is what we use that allows us to have those hosted checkout pages and then management on Studio Time. But those basically, those are the hosted checkout pages that are linked from the main website. Once you sign up and create an account on Chargebee, it's fairly affordable. I think they actually have like a bootstrap kind of plan for startups. So it's like, I think it's like your first $50,000 in transactions, or this is what it was when I first signed up, is actually free. And then after that, it's like, I want to say it's under $100 a month or something to use Chargebee. So it's well worth it for us because there's literally no technical cost on our end or dependency for development on Studio Time. And we do have a fairly substantial subscription recurring revenue through that. So it definitely does pay off. All right, so as you'll see right here, here's the main kind of dashboard for Studio Time. And yeah, this would be nice if we actually had 84,000 in recurring revenue, MRR. We don't, so this is sample data right here, but it just kind of shows you some of the different kind of high level kind of analytics they have. You can see this kind of some pretty cool kind of charts over here and reporting. So basically makes it easy for you to see kind of at a snapshot your subscription analytics and kind of performance. It makes it easy to monitor that and kind of and track your revenue and growth as a subscription kind of marketplace or startup. All right, so we'll kind of keep going through this. So as you can see the customers, so here's some kind of sample test kind of customers, but we actually have, I of course have this live, like a live kind of portal for this. That's not the test. So I can easily see all the subscriptions as they're created, and then all of any kind of, if they're not active, I can see like canceled states. I can kind of go down here and then see that, I can kind of search down here. So if any studios have any questions on Studio Time, say for instance they reach out to us and say, hey, I need to cancel, and they don't do it through their customer portal. What I would actually do is I would go in on this panel, and then I could search by the email that they emailed us at or their customer ID, any of that. And then I could easily click on this over here, for instance, and I could click on cancel subscription. I could change their customer details. I could change their subscription. So a best case scenario is a studio might want to upgrade from basic to premium subscription. So I can easily do that for them through here. And this is all through Chargebee. So typically this would have to be done on an admin panel on the main, I would say like on the main kind of website. So like the main Studio Time .io admin panel if it was integrated, but we don't. So we kind of use Chargebee to do that. And then all those different subscriptions are actually created as plans kind of in their product catalog. So you can actually see right here. So this is kind of test, but it's like a premium annual, right? So so it's a premium plan billed annually, or the premium down here you can see billed monthly. So this is what actually then creates those hosted checkout pages. So you can pretty much just add a bunch of different plans if you want. Say for instance, if we wanted to test changing it from premium to called like a plus and only annual. It'd be very easy for me to actually just create a new plan right here. And I could create all the different, just add all the data in there and all the fields that are specific to that new plan we want to test. And then I would then have that checkout page and URL. So I could actually send it to studios, say for instance, email them, let them know about that new plan, see if they'll check out. kind of help that validate it. Or I could just go ahead and change on the actual kind of page right here. I could change it here and then just link to it. For instance, if this is called like a plus plan, I could just link to that checkout page on the click through. And that would be like a really easy kind of lightweight way to do that with little to no kind of coding and technical dependency. So in a recap, this is actually how we manage our subscriptions on Studio Time. So the subscriptions, once again, are not actually integrated within the kind of main marketplace or main user accounts. So that's how we do this for now. And something else to mention, because a lot of people might be asking about Stripe. So Chargebee actually does require a Stripe account, because Chargebee is basically like it's almost like a kind of overlay and easy management kind of tool for subscriptions built on top of Stripe. So we actually do have a Stripe account that is specific for subscriptions, and that is actually not the Stripe account that we have for booking transactions through Studio Time. So I can do a whole nother video talking about kind of like our payment stack and the tech stack for payments as a whole on Studio Time in a marketplace. But in kind of in brief, we have two different Stripe accounts. So we have one Stripe Custom Connect account that basically handles all of our booking transactions, and all the studios are basically have Connect accounts through that. And then we also have this other kind of Stripe standard account, which is specific and only for subscriptions, which is then kind of integrated on using Chargebee. And that helps us kind of connect and, collect these subscriptions, manage them. And that's then using Stripe as kind of the payment processor. So basically this is a very easy way, to create, test and validate subscriptions for your marketplace. If you want to do so, or your kind of SaaS tool, or any kind of like online, platform, that you would like to test and implement subscriptions for. So once again, you could just create a page that actually has your subscription kind of information here, like your different plans on your kind of main level for, say, for instance, your marketplace. If it's mymarketplace.com, you could have that /subscription, and then you could simply list out the different plans, and then on the click through, you could then actually just link to those Chargebee hosted URLs. So for instance, mymarketplace.chargebee.com / that unique URL for each plan. So for instance, in this would be the basic plan, and that would then allow your customers, your users, which would then turn into customers, easily select a subscription, become an active subscriber, and then they could easily manage it. And then you as an admin would then have that dashboard through Chargebee, kind of as I've shown you here, and have kind of full functionality for that too. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you have any questions about this, about subscriptions for marketplaces, more about how we handle this on Studio Time, definitely comment below. We do have some kind of other integrations that don't require any code for this to help us run it from like an admin operational side. We integrate Chargebee with Stripe, so we do have notifications there as far as new subscriptions, and then automating emails that we send to the new subscription and customers. Then we have also notifications for failed subscription payments, canceled subscriptions, which then might trigger other emails. So we can easily contact the customers, in this case studios, and either collect that failed payment, ask them why they canceled, just based off of the different notifications that would then prompt us engaging with the customers and studios. So anyways, once again, comment below if you have any questions, and I can go do more videos, but hopefully you found this helpful, and thanks.